Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the St. Louis podcast. I'm your glorious host today, Eric Brown, sitting next to Adam Farris. And we're drinking today.
We are drinking. Been a long day. Wait for what?
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't even know what this is, but
Swirl, sangria, elderberry, and black cherry. I've drank a little too much this weekend, Eric.
yeah, no, we're continuing the trend here on the Tuesday after Memorial Day. And let's talk about Memorial Day.
Delicious.
Interesting. So I was at Topgolf.
Okay.
Sunday night as the storms rolled through.
Mm-hmm.
They made us sit in the stairwell for a half an hour. And good thing our beers were full. But there was literally all of us slammed in the stairwells at Topgolf for half an hour. And of course, as a Midwestern boy, I wanted to watch the storms.
That's right.
But we weren't able to.
Weren't able to?
No.
Well, because imagine...
They were literally like, if you go outside, you can't come back in. I'm like,
really?
What is this?
That's insane. Well, where I was, it was really not that bad. I mean, I was in a pool the entire time.
Yeah, you said you were in Chester. It didn't get that bad in Chester.
Yeah, I was... If you were at Topgolf, you're at Topgolf in Chesterfield or downtown?
Mm-hmm.
I was maybe 2 miles from you, and we got rain. And that was it. I was in a pool the entire time.
Now, down in Houston, we watched a live tornado on Ryan Hall's channel. Shout out Ryan Hall on YouTube.
Really?
Great storm chaser. I mean, he's more up to date on tracking tornadoes than like literally the news coverage here in St. Louis was. So like he had a guy in Houston that set up a camera and had the tornado live for like 20 minutes on the stream.
I feel like our news channels can never do that. Like you think about like the radar app, the weather channel, the weather service.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're like, it's going to tornado.
Yep.
I've got like 14 severe thunderstorm, tornado watches, nothing.
Yeah.
Never, we haven't got anything close. But what I found out.
Yeah, but where I'm at
go off if it's in a neighboring county.
Correct.
It could be 30 miles away.
Correct.
And you're getting it.
Yeah.
Like 4 a.m. the other night, I was, at my apartment. And the sirens start going off. And it was like, I think 4:15 or something like that.
Dude, tornado's not taking down that building though.
No, but it'll blow the windows out. So you got to like kind of think about it. But the biggest problem is that we have a bunch of stuff on our balcony. And my roommate and I were like, we both walk out of our room at the same time. We look at each other like, and every single time it rains, every time it even gets windy, the lamp just falls over. So we wake up every time now that there's a storm and we bring everything inside. We look at each other and we're like, it's going to get pretty bad because he's getting all his alerts on his phone. So we bring everything inside. So we're just like sitting there. We're like, what do we do now? Well, go back to bed.
Yeah.
So I literally just went back to bed. Woke up the next morning. Nothing. And then it was supposed to be like tornadoes that day. So we canceled the podcast.
Yeah.
And then nothing.
Well, it was bad. There was
starting to get inconvenient because we're canceling things because of it now.
No, we shouldn't have that episode, but it's you live and you learn.
You live and learn.
It was for the guests. If you
get hailed on, you get hailed on.
Speaking of, we had a last minute cancellation today, so that's why we don't have a guest, and that's why we're drinking. All right?
That's correct.
Don't judge us.
I'm judging us.
Yeah, you can judge us.
Yeah.
All right. So we had the storms come in. So I was paying attention to the storms. It says there's at least 22 dead in Memorial Day weekend storms.
Really?
Yeah. Not here in St. Louis, but across
I was gonna say
Iowa, across Arkansas, across like Kentucky, Tennessee. I mean, it was literally crazy the amount of tornadoes. I think I read that there was like 50 something tornadoes.
I was gonna say I was not familiar.
That actually touched down.
I know it shut down the Indy 500 for a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really watch the Indy 500 all that much, but some people at this table do.
I didn't watch it. I didn't even know is the Indy 500 always on Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
See, that's how much.
So you didn't even watch it, but you claim that Indy racing is better than F1 racing.
Only because only because I saw the final lap of the Indy race, which is crazy. My biggest problem
why it's better than.
Dude, F1's incredible. But my biggest problem with F1 is passing.
But
I just looked up that there's an average of 12 passes on Monaco a year. That's
because
insane.
Because it's like the hardest track. It's like one of the hardest tracks. It's still, and because they're going so fast, and it's like, in a circle. Think about how much easier.
The Monaco GP makes no sense. It shouldn't even be there. They should move it somewhere else. But the history, and everyone goes and parties. That's why it's there.
It's awesome.
Like the track itself is ridiculous. It was cool the history of the track is amazing.
It's still cool.
But the cars are so big. The track is narrow, is small. It makes passing super, incredibly tough.
Yeah. Well, they have the Charles Leclerc, the one that won, is from Monaco. So he won in his hometown. So that's why this is even getting publicized even more than normal. But, I mean, Monaco itself, we posted a bunch of different flights for there. Like, Monaco is a big, big, like, attraction. Because you have Yacht Week, I think it is. You have Yacht Week down there. Because yachts are the main way to get there because you can't actually fly into Monaco. They don't have a corporate or any type of, like, airport to fly into. So you have to fly to Nice, and then you take a helicopter over. So, like, to get there, it's pricey just to get there.
Yeah.
So
how do they have enough food and everything for all those people to come there, though?
Monaco's insane. Like, it's a well-oiled machine.
I've seen.
They've also been doing this for I don't even know how long.
It's like 80 years.
It's been a while, so they've probably figured some stuff out.
So Monaco, the average overtakes is like 5. Melbourne, I'm looking at the average overtakes per circuit.
Really?
So I guess it's not terrible. We have circuits where there's quite a bit of passing.
Mm-hmm.
Monaco is the big one though, because there's like no passing.
Because it's tight.
It shows,
which makes it a much better race.
This graph shows you that Monaco should not be a track.
No, it should be a track, 100%. Because you just got to work harder to pass. And then the reason that you got to dive deeper into F1 if you want to really figure out like why they do that.
What's on DRS?
I think it's great. But the reason that passing is much less or makes it more fun is because then you really have to, like most other tracks, like the track at the very bottom there, you could qualify like shit and still win.
Yeah.
Where you have to be on point every single qualifying round and then in the actual race itself at Monaco because you want the best pole position, which makes it like significantly better.
Yeah.
Where like the IndyCar race, the guy in 20th could win on a whim because he just got, I don't know what you call it, a draft or whatever. I don't understand all the Indy racing because it's not that fun to watch.
What place did he start in?
I'm not sure. I think third pole.
Because he took pole position.
I was going to say, I think I just said all that wrong. Pole position. He got, I don't know.
So he's second in F1 right now, right? Behind Verstappen, correct? Yeah.
See, but you can't watch an F1 race and be like, man, IndyCar racing is so much better than this.
No, I mean, it's not.
I'm glad you admit that.
I've been to the Indy race over in Illinois. Yeah.
Not that fun to watch.
It's only fun because they're flying by you, right next to you.
Yeah.
But
have you seen the spectacle that is like an F1 Monaco Grand Weekend?
Yeah. I used to pay attention to F1.
Insane.
Back when Lewis Hamilton dominated, that actually made me kind of stop watching F1 because he's like literally the best F1 driver of all time, but he used to cry all the time. He's like LeBron in the NBA. He's like, "Where's my foul, coach?" I'm like, "God,
he is.
Where's my foul?"
Like just look at this, Eric, and tell me this is not like the best thing you've ever seen.
I know Monaco. It looks like a great time.
Like, you can't tell me that that's not the best thing you've ever seen.
Shout out Monaco. Yeah,
that's where we're going next. Podcast next week is being held in Monaco.
We're accepting tickets to come to Monaco. Obviously, we're going to have to fly into Nice, as Adam said over here. So make sure to get that. We'll get the comped helicopter flight over.
Correct.
And
Skylink jet over.
Yeah, we'll fly Skylink over. We just we'll need a car to rent, sounds like.
If I'm not mistaken, on the Grand Prix weekend, they shut down all the streets, so you got to walk everywhere. Like, you can't, even if you live there, you're like shut down. Because I remember I used to watch this.
There was cars. I saw cars driving around.
Was there?
At night.
At night, yeah. I'm sure.
No, probably during the race.
Everything. Yeah. Well, yeah, during the race, you're like obviously stuck on.
Yeah.
I think they have like bridges that kind of go across. But you have like, you have a bunch of different like spaces where,
hold on.
You got like, I used to watch this YouTuber, and he would, when it was like, he lived right in the heart of Monaco, like right on the harbor or whatever you want to call it there, and he couldn't even leave his apartment. Like, they would have to like leave before 6 a.m. to get anything done and like be home by like, they couldn't get home till like 8 p.m. because they were on that side of the track. So it really shuts it down for like the week.
Yeah, but that's like living there. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
It's pretty sick though. Because I mean, Monaco, if I'm not mistaken, besides like Stad, it's like the biggest cultivation of wealth on earth, I think. Which is pretty sick considering you live in like the #1 place on earth for.
So I was rescheduling our guest. Apologies.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, Monaco's crazy. I would love to go there. The place looks sick.
Yeah.
And it's right there. I'm assuming, what is that the,
Talk to me.
what sea is right there?
I don't know. I'm not good at geography. It's not my thing. I just know that it's sick. It's in
okay. So
it's in France, but
is Monaco French? Is that a city in France, or is that considered?
I think Monaco's its own country, right?
It's the Principality of Monaco, sovereign city-state, and microstate of the French Riviera.
Yeah, because they don't do stuff like we do here. It's not like, state, county, country, or whatever. They do a little bit different.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Monaco looks awesome, though. That beach looks incredible.
It is good. Well, we were like, that's like part of like the billionaire calendar. I mean, we kind of talked about that before.
Yeah.
Because you just had like the Cannes Film Festival.
Yeah.
You know what that is? Did you see the whole thing that went around at the film festival of the security guard, like, bodying the, like, women that were, like, walking up, like, the red carpet stairs? Have you seen any of that?
No.
It's, like, a huge thing going around. I don't know the lady's name, but she's, like, a woman security guard, and in one day or one weekend, she, like, was pushing celebrities all over, like, get out of here, and then I think some lady had, like, she had a dress and it had like Jesus Christ on the dress, and she was trying to, flail it out so everybody could see what it was. And the security guard like pushed her out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, people were making like a big deal about that. But I mean, that's a big spectacle to be doing that. I'm sure that security guard is not ever going to have a job there again, but that's also in France. So like France had quite the weekend, because it seems like from what we've seen with like flights and things like that, people are going from the film festival to Monaco for the races and things like that. They're kind of doing the whole inlet.
I mean, she's not really forcing them.
No. People are making a bigger deal about it, but it's like,
stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane, lady.
Yeah.
That's when power gets to your head.
That's right. Well, then you don't just have like the Cannes Film Festival. You have Monaco, and then in that same month, we also have the Opera Festival, which apparently is a big thing.
Opera festival?
I'm not into it.
Where?
UK. It's not my thing, but apparently it's a big thing for people with wealth.
Never been into musicals. I don't know what it is.
I don't think you go for the musical, though. I think you go because
those people definitely like music.
There's going to be cameras and, you have to go. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair.
Well, it's kind of the whole thing, like even the races. At Monaco, I think they say it's one of the hardest tracks to actually watch the race, because you either have to be on a boat.
Yeah, another reason why to not have it there.
No, they should have it there because it's sick. But you have to be on a boat. So unless you own like a mega yacht, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But there's definitely places to watch it. But you're definitely limited compared to like if you're in, the UK, Japan, Australia, whatever, and you're just in the middle of nowhere and it's just a racetrack with all the stands.
I wonder how much a hotel room is with the view of the track.
Oh, dude, I bet easily 10 grand a night. I bet something crazy like that. Because Monaco's already expensive. Monaco's already like the type of place you're paying like $1,500 a night, if not more, for like one of the not nicer hotels. And then you have the one casino, which I can't remember what it's called, where all like you've seen the videos where like the supercars, they pull up to the front, they get valeted, and like somebody gets out of them. Or you ever seen the guy that lives in Monaco and he looks like Jesus? Do you know what I'm talking about? Hey, they call him like Thor or the Greek god or whatever I'm talking about.
This I looked up how expensive it is for like to get a hotel room. It said, he says, or you could spend the GDP of Wyoming for a weekend.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, it's insane. What do you spend that? Which is insane because the
wife and I spent $25K last year for the weekend. Stayed in Monaco.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is you get
helicopter from the airport, yacht party.
Yeah, you got to drive in or kind of
25 buses for the weekend. That's like.
But if you're doing that, $25K doesn't mean much to you.
No,
you know what I mean. You're already in France. You got to France, $25K just to be in Monaco for the weekend, I'm only unless you're coming from overseas there. If you're coming from the States, dude, you're easily spending $100,000 plus to get there. I mean, just a round trip flight there on a jet, like that flight deal that we posted, that was $138,000, and that was just for a round trip flight. That's insane.
It says right here, I think you'd have a better chance of racing on the track than finding affordable Monaco hotel.
100%, 100%, because there's not a ton of hotels there. That's all like condos and people like.
Yeah,
Pretty sure you can like Airbnb your place out there and for like the Monaco weekend, and you can do it for like $100,000 for like the weekend, and people will pay it easily. And then you get like all the yacht charters because they have Yacht Week there as well.
Yeah,
and so they have all the charter companies that are there doing their boat show and all the showings of like their mega yachts and things like that. There was a guy there this weekend that I saw a video of. He has, I think it was the biggest yacht at Monaco. And he owned like Match.com or something like that, or maybe it was something else like that. But he had like the biggest yacht there, and it said that it cost him $1 million just to take the boat there for the weekend. To him, that's nothing, but to a normal person, that's insane.
Just to take the boat there,
just to get to not even like gas or anything like that.
You think the owner of Match.com is married?
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, it's not Match.com because that guy that fakes all his jet company. His wife's the one that owns Match.com. Remember the Jesse guy we're talking about? Yeah. He's the one, I think, that's wife owns Match.com.
You might be right.
I just got to look up who had the biggest yacht at Monaco this year. Because they said he spent $1 million basically on like docking fees and like stuff like that. Not even like to actually run the yacht.
I mean, is it pretty much like open boat when you get there? If you're like,
what do you mean?
Like tied up to other people? Can you just go to other boats?
I don't think it works like that.
No?
I don't think you can just,
I mean, obviously some boats you're not just going to walk in.
I think if you have a big enough boat to be in that harbor for the weekend, you probably have a ton of money and probably know these people to be able to get on the boats.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Or I know the guy who owns this boat. Like, I'm sure they have parties throughout the boat.
We could hike there or something. Like set up a tent, camp.
Yeah, just hop on.
We'll make it happen.
Well, did you see the video of the guy who put a Bugatti on the back end of the yacht?
I did. I saw that.
Sick.
That was
sick.
What the hell was that?
Yeah. Well, that's Monaco. That's like just
that's flexing too much.
That's flexing.
Like I'm not going to be upset if his house gets robbed. I'll put it that way. I would not be upset.
Yeah.
Because at some point like that, like you are literally wasting money.
It's kind of sick though. The port that all the boats are in is called Port Hercule. Pretty sick.
Like from Hercules?
Yeah. Plural.
Is Hercules is that based in?
Could be.
France?
It could be. I'm trying to find the name of the guy who owns it because I know it's like a 200 yacht. So it's a $200 million yacht. His name is Michael Latifi, the chairman of
BlackRock, Blackstone.
Oh, that's what it was. He owns William Racing Team. He owns one of the racing teams that was there, and he had the biggest yacht there that week. It cost him $1.2 million to just have his boat there for the week, and then it bought the yacht storage for 7 days, and people to clean. Yeah, literally just like people to clean the boat, because I guess when you park there for the yacht week, they'll clean your boat, and so your crew doesn't have to do it. But I'm sure
he should maybe be spending more money on getting a better team.
See, here's the thing, though, is
like Williams.
You have that much money. Do you really care about your team? You're just like,
why do you even have the team?
Just because you can say you have a team.
Like, because Williams has never been competitive.
Sure.
Like the ones that are competitive have always been like Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull, Ferrari.
Yeah. Well, then have you ever seen that Drive to Survive show on Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
They dive deep into
incredible.
Well, because you have like the smaller teams then too.
Yep.
And
Williams is a smaller team.
They're a much smaller team.
But also, if you have the biggest yacht at Monaco, you can afford to have.
The difference, though, is like, dude, yes, he owns a company, but his entire yacht is the same price as like the development of one of those cars. Where like Red Bull has so much more money to spend. That's why like Ferrari, and think about Ferrari's car, like even on the race this weekend, I saw a clip of
Charles is races for Ferrari.
Yeah. And so he was making a comment and he was gapping people by a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
And he said over the intercom, and every team can hear the intercoms.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want to know my margins? Which is basically saying, knowing that other people are listening to it. It's basically how much faster he can go. And you don't want to tell people how much faster you can go, because then for the next race, they'll know, okay, he can go this fast.
Yeah.
And we got to, stay close on him.
Yep.
And so he's messing with people in the intercom, and his team's like, no, Charles, we don't want to know. That's insane that you can you're already beating people by, I think it was like 400 yard gap between him and the next guy. And he was like, I could go faster if you want. And they're like, no, just don't crash. Because you could crash really easily in Monaco.
Yeah,
He's starting to lap people.
Max and him are the same age.
Yeah, which is sick.
26.
Yeah. Well, he's from Monaco, so I see all the clips and stuff of him a lot, because he's always at that casino and hotel. Kind of, it's like
so he grew up.
It's like the 10-time
pretty wealthy.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, almost all those F1 drivers are
racing drivers. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, he grew up going to that hotel and stuff like that. So I see all the clips of him now going there. That was probably so sick to win the race with all your friends in the same spot. Where all your family's from and everything like that.
That'd be incredible,
dude. Talk about a memory. That's so sick. When are we gonna get you into racing, Eric?
I like racing. I want a Miata.
That's not racing.
Or something to race.
Eric, that's not racing.
What is racing?
What Clayton does. At the minimum, what Clayton does. Like, if you're gonna say I'm gonna go race, at least go, do what Clayton does. Clayton races. I bet you that car is faster than any Miata you're gonna buy.
Yeah, but it's not a car. And that kart's not as fun as a car.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've raced the karts.
Have you?
Yeah.
How bad did you get beat?
I mean, Clayton and I used to be the same speed, but of course now he's been way more times than I have, so he's a lot faster.
Do you know Clayton more into like Indy, or he into like the F1? No idea?
He doesn't watch.
No. He's just a racer.
I never really grew up watching either. I just grew up playing Forza.
Well, I think F1's gotten much bigger lately because they wanted to, like, everybody.
They need more races here in the United States.
100%.
They still only do the one in Austin?
Yeah, the one in Austin and Vegas. Yeah, Dallas and Vegas, I think.
Oh, they're doing Vegas. That's
yeah.
Right. And apparently that was a nightmare for the locals.
Yeah, here's the problem though: is racing is so good because it's almost like foreign to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's like F1 racing is so cool because we don't understand. Or not that we don't understand, but we don't have a track. IndyCar racing is the United States.
Dude, our car culture is NASCAR and IndyCar.
Exactly.
That is our car culture.
F1 is very bougie and high class, which is
what
good.
Are you trying to say?
That NASCAR is not bougie, not high class. You ever seen a NASCAR event?
Yo, we need to NASCAR. I know a good marketing company. We can help you rebrand your image.
Good dude, because NASCAR is generally known for being
the redneck.
The redneck hick.
Yeah.
I
miss the days back before there was Netflix and streaming, where all you had was the option of what's on TV.
Yeah.
And on the weekend when a NASCAR race would be on, not gonna lie, usually a good call to put that on, especially at the beginning of a race, because you're going to see a massive accident, which is always a great time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, we don't like seeing people get hurt, but
yeah, but if it's safe crashes, they're good.
Yeah. Well, flips and shit. Oh,
NASCAR is good, but at the same time, it's like I've never wanted to sit there and watch somebody just go in circles over and over and over.
They have road courses.
Yeah, they do, but they're not. I mean, that's not what you would consider like I'm going to go watch NASCAR. NASCAR is traditionally, in circles. Which, if you actually think about it, back to kind of what I was talking about, the bouginess of F1. I just thought about this. If you think about the sponsorships for an F1 event, or for F1, itself as a company versus NASCAR. I was at the brewery, Anheuser-Busch Brewery yesterday.
Were you inside? You did the tour?
Yeah, it was my buddy Matt's 21st birthday, so we figured we'd go do the brew tour. And it was cool, but even on one of the big drum silos, whatever you want to call them, it just has a race car driver. It's like a NASCAR driver sponsored, I can't even remember what his name was. But if you think about the sponsors for NASCAR, you have Bud Light, you have, Dobbs, you have shit like that. Where you go to F1.
Saying about Dobbs.
Saying that Dobbs sucks. But
Dobbs actually.
Dobbs is trash.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. But if you think about F1, it's Richard Mille, Rolex, NetJets. It's like the most insane company you can think of to get sponsorships, and they cover all of them because it's significantly more of a sexy thing to watch.
That's fair.
And I think that's why
F1 is like F1 has like
F1's the same as PGA.
It's like the sex appeal.
Yeah, F1 is PGA.
Yeah,
PGA, they're the same sponsors for everything. AP, all the watch brands.
Yep.
You know, all like Lord Piana, all that type shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Rolex and the PGA or like Live Golf. That's where they're appealing to. Where like NASCAR is the same as like the MLB and the NFL. Or like honestly, I rank NASCAR the same as like going to like a Battlehawks game. Just kind of like trashy.
It's definitely not.
Dude, the Battlehawks. Shout out St. Louis, but the Battlehawks suck. I've never been to a more trashy thing in my life.
I was at the Battle.
3 people threw up in front of me walking down.
I was at the Battlehawks game a couple weeks ago, and that stadium is just trash. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's hick. We need an NFL team, man. Dude, we pack out. You know, the other thing is like with the UFL. Of course, support the Blackhawks because they're local, which we do a good job.
Don't support the Blackhawks.
Oh shit! I said
don't support the Blackhawks.
No. Battlehawks. Sorry. Don't shoot me.
Yeah. You just made a lot of people upset.
It's still like the production value when you're there is like not great.
No, it's terrible. I've been one time, and I'll never go back. I mean, because it's not that fun to watch. It's not that fun to watch.
It really wasn't great, like sitting there.
The only reason,
the NFL is way more fun to watch, but also you have way more people in there. It's packed out. The NFL knows how to put on a game. They know how to keep it interesting.
Right. Well, they
inside the stadium and on TV.
Well, you know, the NFL is registered as an entertainment company, not a sports.
Sure.
You know,
makes sense.
Not as
they make all their money.
Exactly. So they don't even. And I've seen a couple articles on the deeper web, if you will.
Oh, deep web.
Deep web. Shout out
WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks, something like that. I don't know where I saw it, but they're like the sounds that they hear in the stadium, the whistles, the way that they do the commercials, the way that the downs are. They all strategically did that because it grabs your attention. Where I think that and that's a way deeper conversation into like society.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the UFL or whatever they call that, the UFL, just terrible name.
XFL is way cooler.
XFL, it sounds better. But I don't think they'd grasp onto that as well, where they don't hear or like they don't grab your attention as much. I've never seen an XFL or UFL game on TV ever.
They're on every weekend.
Yeah, but nobody ever watches. I bet they have the lowest numbers out of any sport ever.
The viewership isn't great.
Exactly. The only reason...
I already said that it's not going to be around forever.
The only reason people go to those games are because we don't have an NFL team. Yep. Every city that has an NFL team, from what I've seen, the stadiums for the XFL and UFL are empty. It's like a high school game.
Yeah.
It's like... It would be like if, CBC and Dismet were playing. It would
UFL also does a bad job of advertising. Like, their marketing...
You can't buy jerseys. You have to buy unnamed jerseys. You can even buy a jersey.
No, they have a team store. You can buy it.
Do they?
I think now.
I think for a while you couldn't even buy a jersey from them.
But like, I didn't even know.
You got to buy them off like AliExpress or whatever that Chinese website you buy jerseys off.
The only people that knew the Blackhawks were starting their season were people that knew
Battlehawks.
God, what?
Dude, we're not in Chicago. Figure it out.
I hate the Battlehawks. Just kidding. I said the correct thing. Wrong thing that time on purpose. Whatever.
You said the wrong thing. You say
I love...
Say it with me. I hate the Blackhawks.
I hate the Blackhawks. I love the Battlehawks. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. No, but like, I didn't even know that the season was starting. And the only people that did are people that like had season passes, that pay attention, that are tailgating. But the average person in St. Louis still has no idea about when they play. No, nor do they watch them.
Yeah.
But St. Louis has easily the biggest viewership out of everyone. But that just goes to show, just like any other team that we represent here in St. Louis, we show out. The Cardinals were trash up until, arguably they're still trash. They're just on a lucky streak right now.
Yeah.
And
well, even what we talked about with Joe,
they still pack it out.
Yeah, everybody goes, but nobody really cares.
The Blues, for 2 years now in a row, have sold out like every game except for like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So we show up for our teams.
Well, I think the MLB did a good job.
If anybody knows Stan Kroenke personally, let's get him on the podcast then.
We just need to boycott Walmart because his wife's the Walmart lady.
Yeah.
Walton. Yeah.
I try not to go to Walmart.
Well, I don't go to Walmart unless I really have to.
If I'm going to Walmart, I'm going to Walmart.com.
I didn't even feel like I knew that Walmart had a website. Last time,
What? They're like the second largest e-commerce to Amazon
never even
and
thought about it.
eBay.
You know what I will say, actually? I didn't know Walmart had a website because I get the Instagram ads, and it'll be like a Patek Philippe watch, iced out for $180 grand, and it'll be like, buy now at Walmart.com. You ever get those ads?
No,
Nah, we're on different levels.
I don't.
Dude, it's insane. And it'll be like, it'll be that, and then
Someone needs to check their targeting because you're supposed to be targeting the top 10%.
it'll be like that, and then it'll be like the next swipe over is like a jar of pickles. It's insane. And then like you swipe again, and it's like a washing machine, and then you swipe again, and it's like an AP iced out for 200 grand. It's like, how did this
Whoever's
marketing-
whoever's running their shopping ads
insane?
apparently needs some help.
Yeah. Well, they're appealing to every single demographic in one post.
Mm-hmm.
Watches, pickles, washing machines, more watches.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can get like water bottles. It'll be like a TV for like $45. It's like, okay.
It's like, do you want a $100,000 watch or this $200 75-inch on TV?
Honestly, let's be honest with this right now. As we're talking about Walmart TVs, I feel like the past month has really been boring. And news and things like that. There's not been much going on. There's just been storms.
I feel like everyone tired of the Trump Biden thing now at this point?
Well, so I getting ready for today, obviously, because we had our guests, need to reach.
No, like I haven't really heard anybody talking about
couldn't
it.
find a thing.
Like
no,
that's
like
all
none
I'm
of my
saying. Friends are in it. Like no one's talking about Trump Biden. I think literally everyone's so over it.
The news these days is insane. Like if I just read the top 3 things that's going on, going back to F1, and this isn't even, I didn't even search up F1.
Yeah.
It says motor racing topic. Max Verstappen's dad denies being source of Christian Horner messages.
What is that?
I don't know.
Who cares?
Who cares? Exactly.
Next.
It doesn't matter. Next one. Can't read that out loud. We would get heavily canceled.
You talking about the news story that my eyes lit up on earlier?
I think so. Correct.
Yeah.
So I can't read that. Otherwise, I won't ever see another client in my life.
This is the St. Louis podcast.
Miley Cyrus reflects on controversy surrounding Vanity Fair cover.
What is?
Say it with me. Say it with me.
Who cares? Who's on Vanity Fair? People still pay attention to that?
Woman sparks controversy over offering tattoos as wedding favors. Say it with me.
Who cares? Why is that bad?
It's not bad. It's just, who cares? Why did somebody write an article about this?
Wait, someone is offering free wedding tattoos?
So yeah, instead of going,
This is breaking news.
you know what? Let's get into that. Let's talk about weddings for a second. Now.
Whoa.
Have you ever seen
Weddings are scams.
I disagree. You are a hater when things like that. I love weddings.
The wedding.
I like the correct weddings. We talked about this weekend with a bunch of people. There's nothing
Getting
worse.
married is amazing. The wedding industry is a scam.
Yeah. So
wedding
yes.
industry. Oh, I want flowers on every table. 20 grand.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you picking these flowers from?
Well, think about
Where are they from?
dude. Think about you go to Trader Joe's or wherever. Trader Joe's, first of all, best flowers on earth. But say you go to Whole Foods then, and you get a thing of roses that's like very small.
Yeah.
That is $30 right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You need probably 3 bunches to create enough for 1 table, and you have 50 tables. It adds up. It actually does make sense. The flowers is actually not a bad argument because
No one cares though.
the best thing to do.
Me.
No,
Who cares? No one cares.
the best thing to do would be to start a company that makes fake flowers, and you can't tell. And
I was
that
going to
just-
say plastic
that-
flowers.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you do.
Yeah.
But I do think that wedding culture is amazing. The only thing I hate, and this could piss a lot of people off,
Weddings are a
if
great
you-
time.
and this is a personal opinion. You don't gotta like my opinion. I like my opinion though.
Here we go.
Okay? If you get married in your hometown and you invite every person you've ever met and you say, say we're from St. Louis and we go and have our, not us, we're not that close, Eric, but say we have a wedding, each of us with our own lady. Shout out. Have our own weddings, and it's at like the Four Seasons downtown.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It just doesn't seem right. It seems like you could do better, right? Because you're focusing then on having like 250 people at your wedding.
Yeah.
That you probably don't like. You're probably gonna say some shit about.
Am I not invited to your wedding? Is that what you're
No, you're invited. But if you want to talk about weddings being so good, The best thing you can
No,
do,
yeah,
I
when
think, is
you-
going overseas or going somewhere crazy, doing a destination wedding.
No.
You know what? Look up Lake Como. You ever heard of Lake Como?
The only way
Dude.
the only way that you can have a wedding overseas is one of two things. All of your fucking friends are rich, or you're paying for them.
No and no.
Well,
No, but here's the thing, and we kind of also. I don't know if it's because I'm young. Did you know that the dad of the bride is supposed to pay for the wedding?
yeah,
I didn't know that. That's insane.
it is insane.
I don't want to have kids. I don't want to have daughters anymore. That's insane. I feel like it should be.
Oh my God, that's a good
I
point.
feel like it should be.
That's
insane.
big. Yo, when that pink drops when you hit the balloon and that pink drops, you're like, oh, there's an extra.
I'm not
$100,000.
even thinking about not having a girl. I'm thinking about, damn, I got to pay for multiple weddings now. You know what I mean? That's insane. That I didn't think about that because I was told that they did.
At
Like,
what age? At what age? So say I get married now. I'm 30.
yeah,
Am I still asking for her dad's money?
I don't think I'd do it anyway. I think I want to pay for my own wedding. Or if you want to help, if the parents want to help, both parents. I think both parents need to help. You know what I mean?
100%.
Both
Yo,
everything.
Pops, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, seriously, Greg, you watch out.
Yo,
I'm
gotta write that
flowers.
check.
I'm getting a lot of flowers. So, but dude, think about that. It is probably the same price, if not cheaper, maybe not cheaper, but probably similar price of having a 40-person or 50-person wedding overseas than to have a 300-person wedding in the hometown.
No one knows 300 people.
No, they do, but they just,
But it's
those people invite those people who
it's
then invite
fake
those people.
though. It's not like you shake your hand, you're like, oh yeah, that's right.
I haven't been to a wedding in the last probably 2 years that I've actually known the person getting married.
Why are you going?
Because it's, my parents like, hey, we're going to the wedding. Put a suit on, put a tux on, do whatever.
But that's insane to pay for someone like that.
But a lot of
Like,
times,
imagine every single
that's the
person
thing.
is like $200.
well, I think it's a society thing as well that people want a ton of people to be at their wedding. Like you want like the royal wedding. I think the royal wedding's sick, but you can't
It's
do
expensive.
but you can't do a royal wedding if you don't have royal money. Like the royal wedding's sick because everybody, every celebrity, everybody's there. Government officials, presidents, whoever, they're all there.
Yeah.
But they have the money to do a royal wedding at like a destination place. People in St. Louis are doing like, or every city, they do like destination or they do royal wedding numbers of people in like a shack.
Yeah.
They go to a church and then like the reception is on like a second floor of, some convention center. It's like, this is insane.
Yeah.
This is not fun.
I don't know what it
Have a
is
fun wedding.
with wedding culture. A few things. Let me just say a few things.
Yeah. I got something crazy to talk
Hey,
about.
Christian actually brought this up, and it's something I've said forever.
Shout out Christian Monet.
Shout out Christian Monet.
He's coming up a lot in the podcast lately. I think I've said shout out Christian Monet every single podcast since I've met him. It is weird.
We're gonna Venmo request him
We will.
$10 every time we said it.
Hey,
Rewind it.
This is
Christian
not a
Monet,
this is
another
not a
10 bucks.
free advertising space.
$10 right there.
Yeah.
But
But if you need real estate, in the St. Louis area,
we were talking
Christian
about
Monet.
how it looks dumb as hell when everyone has the same shitty suit on from Men's Warehouse.
yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
And I was talking to my buddy. He got married
I think
probably 5 years ago now, and he
yeah.
just got a new bed, and I was hanging out with him, and the people knocked his frame off of all the groomsmen from his wedding.
Yeah.
And we looked back at the photo, and I'm like, would you do anything differently now?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, yeah, I want to make everyone wear the same shitty matching suit. I'm
I
like,
think
can we stop with this?
I think that for my wedding, exactly what I'm going to do is I want all of my like
Flex and buy everyone a suit.
no, I would yeah exactly. But I want all of my groomsmen to be wearing the same color and pattern suit, but I want it to be like some sick color and very well tailored and bespoke.
Yeah.
It looks dumb when it's like Men's Warehouse and it's like it's a guy that wears like a 30 inseam and it's like a 34 and it's just stacking up at the bottom. It looks bad. But I like like you guys were saying that you wanted each individual person to wear a different suit. I think it would look really good if every single guy that's a groomsman wears a specific color suit that's well tailored, but then the grooms or the guy getting married wears just like a out there suit.
Yeah.
Something
100%.
But also, I want to get married on Lake Como.
No, but
And that's hot most of the time. So I would want to
buy them all linen.
That's what I was gonna say. I would
You're not even gonna have.
I would do a khaki linen tux.
Yeah.
And all of the other guys wear like Or I would wear like a blue linen tux, and they would all wear khaki linen tux. Looks sick.
Or just have them in linen shirts. You're the only one with the jacket.
I think you got to wear a jacket. I mean, we're not.
Depends how hot it is.
No,
My buddy,
not
we're
that
going to his wedding's in Cancun, and we're going in August.
Yeah. Shout out Evan.
That's and shout out to someone. Yeah, shout out Evan. That it's expensive to go to a wedding that is out of this country.
Yeah. Thanks, Evan.
Thanks, Evan. I'm looking forward to going to Mexico and having a good time for a couple of days. But also, it's like, fuck. And it's expensive.
I know.
But it's all inclusive. I'll bring some fun items to bring in. We'll make it a good time.
Yeah.
But stuff like that. But that's just Cancun, right? Okay, you're out of grand. Whatever.
Sure. No, not that bad.
Not awful. No, if you're trying to go to like,
because you're getting a vacation out of it as well.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're gonna go to like Saint Bart's, one of these islands, it's like you're out of so much cash.
Yeah, but here's what you could do.
Crazy.
Here's what you do, and obviously you don't do that unless you're a certain level.
So what do you pay? Okay, so let me ask this. What if you just pay for like the group? You pay for the wedding party, or at least you help.
This is my master plan. I want 40 to 60 people at my wedding.
No more. I'm limiting it at 100.
Okay, I'm not even getting close to 100. But
have you listed it out? Have you like?
No. Because I'm not getting married yet.
I know, but have you just written down some names
of people that are going to come?
Yeah.
Dude.
Just an example.
I already know.
I have no idea.
I don't even honestly think that I need 40 people. But the problem is the family. The family's where it comes in. So I think I'm going to be right at 50. Okay.
So on your side. So that means 50 on her side.
No. I think 50 total or 60 total. 30 from each side. Like 10.
I got 30 family members I'd have to invite.
But you really want all 30 of your family members there? I really have.
Why are you going to put me on the spot like this? Because my family watches this podcast.
So my family's going to start watching this podcast after I say this. They've never seen an episode until I say some bad things. This is exactly what needs to happen.
Shout out Greg. I'll send him a.
There you go.
I'll send him
shout out Greg. Greg will be there. But the best thing that I think that could happen is I take 10 to 15 of my family members, like cousins. Obviously, the direct mom, dad, sister, they all come. That's 4, including me. And then you have like 10 extra. Okay. That's 14. And then that leaves me with 15 or 16 friends that I can bring.
Yeah.
Okay. That's more than enough. She gets the same thing. She gets her sister, brother, friend. She doesn't have a brother, but sister's boyfriend, kids, everything like that. She gets maybe more. She wants 40 people. Sure, whatever. We take it up to 60.
I got at least 20 to 25 family members I'd have to invite.
Exactly. But you do all that.
I'd say 100 people.
You stay. I'm not even doing 100.
Each.
I'm doing right at like 60 to 70.
But that's not that many. It's 8 people tables. It's 12 tables.
Exactly. But we're doing a Lake Como wedding, dog. So you do less people, and this is what you do. You rent a Boeing business jet, and every single person goes on. All 70 people get on this jet.
Yeah.
Okay. You fly there and you fly back. You're probably talking about $100,000.
Yeah.
Maybe a little over. Probably a little bit over. Maybe $200,000.
Yeah.
But $200,000, people can choose if they want to pay.
Yeah.
But if we're doing a wedding like this, $200,000 probably is not going to be the worst thing we do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you do and I think we looked it up. It's right around $200,000 to do the wedding fully in Monaco with everything said and done, catering. Or maybe it was like 300, I think, 2 something. So you're talking.
Why do you want to go to Lake Como?
Look at it and then
we have familiar actually with Lake Como.
Look it up and then tell.
Did I say Cuomo?
Yeah,
Chris Cuomo.
No, you got to look it up and then you'll know why. And I haven't even ran this by the lady friend yet.
Lake Como, isn't that the end of one of the James Bond? He had that house off of Lake Como, right?
Isn't it sick?
Yeah,
exactly. So what you do is, and it's this house there, and you stay at the house, and it's, I think, like I said, I think it's just in the middle of 2 and 3 100,000 for the entire week. You're there. You get house, you get everything.
James Bond house.
Yeah, no, it's not that house, but it's the one a little higher up. But you get beach access and everything like that, and they have a venue as well. So everybody that comes lives in the house. It's a massive.
How many
house.
people can stay there?
I think it's like 80. It's literally, it can house like 80 people.
Huh.
It's insane. Because they
do they have private quarters though?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like sharing a wall with my aunt.
So from what I understand, it's like not even just the one house. They have like guest houses and stuff like that. So like the wedding party actually stays in the guest house away from all the people that stay in the main house.
I will come to your wedding, but also you're gonna have to pay.
Great friend. Great friend. But yeah, do that and then do your wedding and everybody gets back on the BBJ and head home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out lady friend that will not be named. Yet.
Yet.
We'll have
Where are our clips?
we'll have our wedding.
Where are our damn clips?
She's a busy lady, dude.
Shout out to our clips.
Shout out to our clips. We need clips. I actually asked her last night. I was like, when are you gonna start doing all my social media stuff for me? And she's like, whenever you want to.
So during the storm, did your parents pull in all the cars? Do they don't let any of those sit outside, do they?
I don't think so. I don't know what they did. Well, technically, we have like a 5 or 6 car garage.
Yeah.
But mine has so much shit in the garage.
Yeah. Classic.
That you can really only pull in 3. So I think they probably pulled them all in.
Yeah.
I don't think I know. They maybe got pieced out.
Alex's car got smoked.
Really?
His whole car has hail damage.
Jeez.
From the hood to the trunk. It's total.
Really?
It's done.
Is it?
Oh,
like
yeah.
bad?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Because I was saying, thank God I was at Topgolf at the time. So I was in Chesterfield. My car was fine. And we get back, Clayton's car, hood.
Really?
Clayton's car is not as bad. Alex got the brunt.
Were you guys all at Taco?
No. Alex lives like right up the street from me. And he said that windows were broken out on cars.
Damn.
Like he said the hail was huge.
Yeah, I've seen so I was on FaceTime with the lady friend and I was in the pool and she was FaceTiming me and her mom was like holding a like golf ball, if not bigger thing of hail. And I'm like, I'm in a pool right now. You guys are getting hit. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
didn't get hit.
It was super weird. So
yeah,
Eureka and Pacific got absolutely smoked, but that was crazy.
What? We are getting the worst.
Dude, storms are wild this year.
I know. And what tells me is that it is going to be
later in the year.
Hottest summer ever, dude. It's going to be so hot then. Because it's holding out on us.
They're saying Tornado Alley's moving.
What? Where's it?
Moving east.
Towards us?
Like Tennessee, Arkansas.
Oh, at least it's not us.
Kentucky, Missouri's in there.
Oh.
Got smoked out.
Have we got a tornado in Missouri yet?
Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, okay. I wasn't listening.
I saw a photo of someone taking a picture of a tornado that was over. They were like in De Pere, where the Golf Galaxy is, right there on Manchester, next to that shout out Chick-fil-A. Just kidding. I haven't had Chick-fil-A in forever because I got food poisoning from you years ago and I haven't been back.
Yeah. You haven't been to Chick-fil-A?
I literally haven't been back.
Dude, you're a terrible.
I had Chick-fil-A like 5 hours before a flight. And that flight was easily the worst flight of my life. And so were the next 2 days after that. Yeah.
Dude.
Literally destroyed me. No, I
wouldn't eat Chick-fil-A anymore because they went to that they're not doing the normal chicken anymore. They're doing like the GMO chicken, which is crazy. If they wouldn't have said anything, we would have never known. But
why? That non-GMOs, that's what you want.
Yeah, and it's now the GMO. They said we're changing all of our chicken over to GMO chicken.
No.
Yeah. It's like, fuck that.
So GMO isn't technically bad, but
it is bad.
It's not technically bad.
Well, so is meth. Meth isn't.
No, that's, you know what I mean? It's not the same. That's not the same. There are, think about, genetically modified is good. It's for certain things, GMO is good. It just depends on what's actually being affected.
I have a topic I want to talk about for the last, 10 minutes here.
Yeah,
okay? 5-10 minutes. I thought about this the other day. So I saw a TikTok or, Instagram clip, and it was like of a crazy, like trailer trash, maybe questionably incest people. Okay. Looks insane. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Just like a crazy looking couple, very trashy. I mean, can't even believe they're actually real humans, but no teeth, nothing. Why do we have so many of those people in the United States, but when you go overseas, none? And if there's one or two, it's probably because it came from somebody else. But if you go to, maybe if you go to like South America, there's more. But if you go to like Italy, overseas in Europe at all, Asia, there's none of those type of people that are like the incest, inbred, trailer trash type of people. They're not there.
You don't think?
If there are, I've never seen them.
They're just better at hiding them.
I can't imagine that they would be that good at hiding them because ours are prominent. Every day you see somebody on Instagram, you're like, how does that person exist? You know what I mean?
I just think we see way more of that in the U.S. than other countries because those people exist everywhere. That's absolute fact.
I don't think so though.
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
Maybe we have more here.
I don't know.
Maybe we have more per capita here.
I don't know. I wish I could find the video for you to be like, okay, this makes sense now. And what I just looked up, my computer won't even pull up because it's.
I mean, we know our testing scores are terrible.
Well, see, that makes me run back.
We are still the number one country, but we're getting dumber.
Do you think we are not the number one country anymore? In my opinion, we are.
Opportunity,
but
opportunity cost, we
Sure.
easily are.
Sure. I wonder though
We're not
if the
the
stuff
smartest.
we're putting in our food is creating that.
Yeah,
Like, do you think about how many people like you go?
yeah. What's
I don't even know what's in this. Hopefully, it's some type of alcohol, but some like you go to Walmart and you walk by.
See,
Somebody,
this
you're like,
is
that
red
person's a
wine
wow.
with real fruit.
Yeah, exactly. But
What's real fruit?
think about this though. Think about you go to Walmart, like you just said, and you walk by somebody, and you're like, that person is a complete bot. Like that person's not a real human being.
Oh, you see them all the time.
Right.
Call them NPCs
Right. But
Yeah.
why do we not see those overseas?
because we're not overseas.
No, but I mean, when you travel,
No, I don't know. I think there's NPCs everywhere.
never, dude. I'm like whenever I've traveled to St. Thomas, even down there, that's close to that's still a U.S. territory. Even there, they're all normal because their food's different down there. Like their food's completely different than we have here.
This is Adam really, really talking like a 22-year-old right now. Sounding real,
Sounded real responsible and
real naive right now.
Hey,
Let me tell you about the world.
let me tell you about the world.
I think that in the United States,
Our
the
food
problem
quality is terrible.
is we have, how many people are in the U.S. now? We have 300 mil?
Are we at 300 million in the United States? Yeah, Eric, I think
333 million.
in the United States.
Yeah.
Eric, there's like 5 billion, I think, right? No.
There's like 6 billion worldwide.
Oh, that's right.
Calm down.
Yeah, I know.
So we got 333 million estimated, which is an insane amount of people. Now take that to, let's see. Let's just look at,
Honestly, that's not that much. If I wanted to just
so France's population is 68 million. So on average,
that's just France.
let's just say France.
Look up Europe.
So we have 860, 240. We have like,
Population of Europe, 746 million. We have half the people of Europe. Same size.
we have like 5 times the amount of people.
No.
So that means we have 5 times
No.
the amount of NPCs.
No. In the United States of America, you just
Yeah.
said we have 333 million people.
Yeah.
In Europe, similar size as us, 746 million.
Yeah.
They have double the amount we do.
So they have doubled NPCs.
And no, they have no NBCs, dude. They're like
Well,
very little.
We know that food's better in Europe. That's a fact.
100%. That's what I'm saying. So
What's up with Italy and their bread not making people that are here that have issues eating bread?
like
no issues over there?
like glucose.
Is it just the gluten?
Yeah,
The
something like
gluten?
that.
Is it the processed, the enriched wheat?
I'm not sure.
Like, I don't.
Here's something that interesting. I had we had family dinner last night. Obviously, I had the girlfriend and the girlfriend's mom over last
What you
night.
guys have?
We
A
were
little
talking-
duck?
A little steak. It was good.
Little duck.
Little duck. Why do you have ducks?
Geese?
But we were talking about this because her sister, I think, has the gluten. She can't eat gluten and things like
Yeah.
that. But she went to like
So she's
I think-
celiac?
I think
Or
so.
just
I'm
gluten
not-
intolerant?
I'm not cool. I think she has celiac. I think it is because we have to order certain things. But we were talking about when she went on vacation
Yeah.
with her boyfriend, and they went to, I think it was Indonesia, maybe, or
Yeah.
Thailand. It was one of those type of places. And she was like, they didn't have
Indonesia?
Indonesia.
Shout out Zen.
Shout out Indonesia. Shout out Indonesia.
Go ahead.
She said that they didn't have like really any problems there. Where here you have to like be very conscious about everything you eat.
Yeah.
You know,
So preservatives.
even in
Just
Indonesia,
unnatural
like
food.
Hungary, they went to like Hungary then too.
Yeah.
And even there, she was like, there was no problems really.
I
Maybe it was Vietnam. It was definitely Vietnam.
think one of the big things is it goes back to how everything's set up in our country based on,
Yeah.
you probably have these massive food companies. There's only a couple.
Yeah.
Like look at like Johnson and
yeah.
Johnson or Kraft or any of these, Coke. All these guys own
Yeah.
like the whole food supply. Like literally name it. It's go in your closet and
Yeah.
look at everything. The same,
Yeah.
like 3 or 5
Yeah.
people make it.
Have you ever seen even yesterday when we were on the beer tour? I had no idea that they did this, but whenever they put the beer into the bottle,
Yeah.
they hit it with like really hot water and it ferments it. And what it does is it creates, if I was listening to the tour guide correctly, it makes it where it can last for, I think she said 130 days warm. No refrigeration before it goes bad. So that beer sits there before it gets to you or into the fridges at these gas stations. It sits there for 130 days at maximum before it goes bad. And then once it goes bad, then they consider it and they throw it back into a barrel or something like that, and then they can re-ferment it and make it good again.
Sure.
That's insane that it can sit up for 130 days, 3 months, 3 or 4 months, and it doesn't go bad. Same thing for food. Think about like how long like canned shit can sit on the shelves before it goes bad. Where you go overseas or like you get sourdough bread and it's bad in like a couple days. Like they're making new shit
48 hours.
Yeah. Think about that.
No, it's preservatives. Preservatives.
Yeah. That's why you feel so shitty. And I think that's why a lot of people get like, the gluten intolerances or whatever they are, the illnesses that we get here that aren't as prominent elsewhere. Also, like, cancer is significantly more prominent here than it is overseas. It's sketchy.
It's got to be food.
This probably doesn't help at all, though.
No.
Our swirl sangria. You know what? It probably does help.
Are these guys local, Matt? They are? Shout out Swirl.
Government warning. According to the Surgeon General,
St. James, Missouri,
women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects.
Well, hopefully
consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery and may or may not cause health problems. It says that on the back of the can, but we still do it. I don't know. Prohibition, man. This is a
Europe drinks too. Europe drinks too. It's all right.
Europe drinks too, not Europe. Europe drinks too.
Europe.
But I can't.
We're speaking Japan, and we're on Europe.
Shout out, Jeff.
Yeah,
we're speaking in Japan. Shout out Opus Clip for not getting those clips because those would have been hilarious.
Opus Clip is trash.
If you guys are listening and haven't heard of last week's episode or 2 weeks episode, Eric said that he was going to go to Japan and speak Japan, which isn't a thing, guys. You can't speak Japan.
That's what they're telling me.
Yeah, I know. I think that's where we got to leave it off on here because I literally have nothing to talk about because
That's it. Is that it? We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right. We got some money to make, so let's get the hell out of here, as do all of you people listening right now.
That's right.
All right. As always, like, review, subscribe. Podcast drops every single Friday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. You'll have myself, Adam here, and maybe a guest or two will drop in as well. Shout out to Halfco Studios, making it happen back here. You could see Matt here mixing the 1 and 2. So if you need help recording a podcast or distribution, reach out to him, halfcostudios.com. And as always, your 2 most important sponsors, Skylink, number 1, flyskylink.com, and the best damn marketing agency here in St. Louis and arguably the world, Vi Media. Reach out to myself or anyone on our team, vi.media. There's no .com. Don't do it. Vi.media. Or just search us on Google. We're good at SEO.
Take it home.
That's it. We'll see you all next week.
Thank you.
Peace.